Hurricane Maria was a Category 5 hurricane when it struck the island of Dominica on September 18, 2017, and a high Category 4 when it struck Puerto Rico 2 days later. Its highest wind speed was 175 miles per hour. It ranks 10th in strength in Atlantic hurricanes, and it cost more than $90 billion in damages, the third costliest tropical cyclone on record. Its wind gusts over Puerto Rico were more than 100 miles per hour, and some areas of Puerto Rico received more than 37 inches of rainfall. There are so many ways that one could represent the loss as a result of this storm. So in Puerto Rico, more than 3 million lost power, and many remain without power 8 and 10 months later. Half of the Virgin Islands population was without power 3 months after the hurricane. Certainly, there was damage to crops, especially the coffee and banana crops. El Yunque National Park has suffered great losses, and many plants and animals are endemic here. This is the only place that they exist in the world. Although the death toll stood at 64 as the official count for months after the storm, many felt that this grossly underestimated those who had lost their lives in the aftermath of the storm while they were without power, without water, without access to health care, etc. A number of studies were published which stated that the mortality caused by Hurricane Maria was far greater. And almost a year after the storm, the governor raised the death toll estimate to more than 2,900 individuals, and some studies estimate a death toll more than 5,000 individuals. The effects on people's lives continued long after the storm was over. This video is shot as the airplane leaves San Juan a year and a half after the storm, and one can note the number of houses in which blue tarps cover the roofs because the roofs have not yet been repaired from the hurricane damage. Some areas experienced special concerns. For example, the island of Vieques, which is off the coast of the main island of Puerto Rico. This relied on the main island for supplies, and thus supplies were even harder to get here, and many were without power for more than 8 months. In addition to the normal concerns, one of the problems faced by Vieques is the presence of unexploded bombs from the Navy exercises which bombarded Vieques for decades, and concerns that the chemicals released from all of these weapons explosions has contributed to the cancer rate, which is 24% higher than that of the main island. And then concern over the effects of stirring the sediment and perhaps exposing the population to additional chemicals.